Soledad's Benjamin Pajas swings against St. Francis of Mountain View during their CCS Division II championship at San Jose Muni on Saturday, May 26, 2018. Brandon Vallance contributed. San Jose greater than Ryan Jeffries and Ryan Higgins, 2 of the 11 seniors on the street. Francis baseball roster took a moment Saturday night to compile a mental picture of the scene at San Jose Municipal Stadium. It was the 7th inning of the Central Coast Section Division II championship and, with little suspense left during a pending 8-3 victory over Soledad, it was time to reminisce. All last inning I was kind of just looking around at all my seniors, all my brothers, said Higgins, who that same morning wore a different uniform during his graduation ceremony. I looked at my mom because these last 4 years have just shaped me so much, just the ups and the downs. There's no place I would have rather been, and I'm just so blessed to have put on this uniform for the last 4 years. Jeffries watched from the dugout after tossing 5 innings and exiting the mound with a 5-3 lead, while Higgins was stationed in left field, both eagerly awaiting for the last out. It's something that I've dreamed about since I was in middle. It's the 8th baseball title at St. Francis and 4th in 6 years. But one thing is quite different. St. Francis coach Matt McGuire is in his first year at the helm. I'm just happy for the kids, obviously, said McGuire, an alum, class of '98. Especially the seniors, they've gone through a lot of change in the last couple of years. For them to accept me the way that they did and do the things that we asked, it's a great reward for those guys. The previous trio of CCS titles, 2013, 2015, 2016, are credited to Mike Oakland, who, after a decade in the baseball dugout, stepped across campus in Mountain View to take over the softball program. Hours earlier at PAL Stadium in San Jose, the Lancers were crowned softball champions for the first time in school history. I texted Mike before the game. Congratulations, McGuire said. And he said, now you gotta go get one. It's a great day to be a street Francis Lancer, top-seeded Soledad 24-6, which hadn't lost since April 4 and rode a 17-game win streak into the contest, stood in the way. I just love how my guys played hard all year to get here, Soledad coach Damian Ryan said. The Aztecs sent Anthony Ramirez to the mound, who scattered 6 hits and 3 walks over 6 innings with 1 strikeout. But 4 errors accounted for 5 unearned runs, including 3 in top of the first to put no. 2 Street Francis, 24-8, ahead for good. I felt like the majority of the things we did were self-inflicted, Ryan said. I thought we hung with them. We are usually a pretty solid defensive squad, and today we came out and a lot of routine plays. We didn't make them. The Lancers weren't flawless, by any means. An error in the bottom of the second helped to load the bases, but Jeffries struck out the side to limit any damage. I've got great teammates behind me and coaches that trust me, said Jeffries, who allowed 5 hits and 1 walk while striking out 9. And I love pitching through the adversity and when the crowd gets into it. I really enjoy when the crowd starts to get loud and you can really just bear down and make your pitches. It didn't get any louder than the bottom of the 4th. A leadoff double by Soledad senior Chris Villarreal, who earlier reached on the error, set up a 3-run rally that cut the deficit to 4-3 after a squeeze bunt by Andrew Olguin, a wild pitch and an error. St. Francis didn't blink. Designated hitter Joshua Picola, a 4-star recruit as a linebacker, class of '19, added an insurance run by driving in senior Ricky Martinez, who accounted for 2 runs, a sac fly, from third on a fielder's choice. Picola finished 1 for 3 with a walk and 2 RBI, one of 3 on the roster who also celebrated a state title in football during the fall. It's pretty crazy and it's a great feeling right now, Picola said. I mean, you get that football state ring and then you go into baseball season and you're like, man, I'm trying to get this ring for baseball, too. Maurice Wilmer, a junior outfielder, is also in that club, along with none other than Higgins, who also went 1 for 3 with a walk and ripped a RBI single in the top of the second to make it 4-0. It's just not often that you get to go out in your last high school game in both sports with a W, Higgins said. There's nothing like it. There's so many kids that lost their last high school game and they remember that feeling, but I get to remember my last games winning as much as we could have won. St. Francis sophomore Gianluca Shin came out of the bullpen for the last 2 innings and struck out the side in the 6th inning before recording 3 more outs in the 7th as the dugout emptied in a hurry to celebrate. I was looking at my seniors, Jeffries said. Ricky Martinez at short, Izzy Quintana at third, Ryan Higgins in left. Those are all my boys and we've been through all of it, so it was just a lot of fun to get into that dog pile at the end.